On this episode of Nerds Talking the Podcast, the nerds talk about time travel. Where would they go? What would they do? How interesting would it be? And also their last meal, their last words before execution. What are they going to have and what are they going to say? And finally, our new segment, What is Carlos watching? Find out all that and more on this episode of Nerds Talking the Podcast. Now start the show.
Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Yo, we talk about lightsabers, stunning your TV screens, what you want to stream, everything beyond your dreams. Want to talk about movies, sports, or even politics? Go ahead and tune into us. We'll give you all of it. Whatever you're debating, Xbox or PlayStation, Marvel or DC, Mac or PC. Teraflops when the movie drops, gigabytes, chips, RAM, no matter what it is, we got all of it. Welcome to the show.
Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Welcome to Nerds Talking the Podcast. I'm here with Johnny, Carlos, Laura, and I'm Lafayette. Thanks for joining us on this episode. We're gonna talk about some what ifs, some this is basically time travel. That's gonna be one thing we're talking about, right, Johnny? You want time travel?
It's real. So
because it can't be real, it can never be real. Time travel can never be real.
Why?
Because Laura explained time again, like he always did.
Oh, you are on the wrong thing. I'm more of a soft sciences girl, not a hard science. I don't understand physics, let alone quantum physics.
No, God damn it, that's you're smart. Carlos, explain time travel to people.
You can travel from forward backwards.
oh my god, I never thought of it that
Yeah,
way.
there you go. They say time is linear, but time branches off. You know, I see
What
movies.
Doc Brown
I
told
see
me.
movies. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
here's the thing about time travel. So time is linear. There's no beginning, no end. So how do you travel within it?
Go backwards. Go
That's
forward.
the thing. That's
There's
why you can't.
always a tomorrow.
Yeah,
Even
go.
if
It's
you're dead,
always-
there's
it's-
always a tomorrow.
But the tomorrow is just based on the moon and the sun. But as for time doesn't like have.
What the fuck did you just say?
So you
I know
like
it
we
has
like
something
us.
to
We
do with
base
if
our
you
we
can
base our
move-
tomorrow based on the sun went up and the moon and this and that and calendars and time. But in time in general, time does not have a time doesn't have days and everything. Time is
Time
like
just
I said,
ticks
there's no
on.
beginning,
But time
there's no
is
end.
in the experience of the beholder, right? So the concept, at least as Einstein
Einstein was stupid.
hypothesized,
Couldn't save his
no,
own
he
life.
was not. No, he
Oh.
was not. That if you could move faster than light, in theory, you could then go
Well,
forward in time.
In theory,
that much
come
I know.
on.
And that is the end of my physics knowledge.
Well,
Okay.
it was 10 times
Much
more than
appreciated.
Lafayette's.
No, mine
Yeah.
was
You
way
fucking
better.
Stuttered your way through that fucking
No.
Think about
dumbass
moons
shit.
and stars.
No,
no
I'm just
time
telling you,
because
you
my
know,
watch says time.
When you say there's always a
time,
tomorrow,
it's a
well, you know,
four-letter
tomorrow
word,
is
and when
based-
there's four letters, you can't have
So-
more time than
you know
the-
what tomorrow is.
Look over
based
there.
on
Chewbacca
a calendar
Chewbacca
and based
defense.
on time, blah blah. But there's no
Stupid
time has
motherfucker.
time has no beginning and
Shut
time
up.
has no end.
I feel like he
Time
didn't
is a
think
flat
this
circle.
through.
Everywhere we've been before, we will be again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't travel in time because if you punch in coordinates, how would you get to a certain spot by just thinking you can use a calendar date? That doesn't actually exist because
Okay,
nobody kept
let's get to the
calendars
actual
prior to
question.
Are
that.
We
you
have no idea what
talking
the
about?
fuck we're talking about.
Oh
What
my
was the
God.
actual
You
topic we
people
were
are
going to talk
so
about?
stupid. I should have joined a time travel podcast.
My God, I would have traveled back in time to fucking
know.
slap you in the face.
Oh my God. Anyway,
Just stop
if you
you
could
from
time
this
travel,
dumbass rant.
where would you travel to and why would you travel to that time? What would be your purpose of going to this particular? Remember, you can only travel once. You
You
come
can't-
back.
You can't come back.
No, you can come back,
Oh,
but you can only travel to one point in time, history, existence, whatever it is you want. Where would you go? And what would be the purpose? Huh? Everybody's thinking right now, like, damn it, this is gonna be a tough one. But Johnny's gonna go right back to the first time they mentioned the McRib. So, but Carlos, time travel. Where and why?
that's a great question. I don't. If it was for personal reasons, back to the 90s.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Real estate. I'd buy a shit ton of real estate because you can't get it now, or at least I can't get it now. So
Or you couldn't get it back then. Like we were so broke back
Well,
then.
that's
no,
another
but that's just it. I'm going back as an adult, right? I'm not going
Okay.
back as myself. I'm not
Okay,
going
yeah.
back Like I'm not
What are
going
you
to end
gonna
up
buy
in
it
my
with?
Yeah, what are you
childhood.
gonna buy it
Are
with?
you taking your bank account with
Yeah,
you?
how does
Yes,
this work?
cash.
Because your
Okay,
bank account doesn't
all right,
exist.
all right.
But here's the thing:
I'm
the
bringing
money
cash
you,
with me.
the
Doc
cash.
Brown had a suitcase full of cash.
Okay,
I'm gonna have a suitcase full of
okay,
cash.
you're gonna have 90s cash.
Yeah, why not? You can find bills with dates on
I'm
it.
just saying.
They have
That's
dates
all.
on them.
So you're gonna go to the bank. I need money that's only good for the 90s.
Oh, so you
No,
time
it
traveling this
all
weekend?
depends.
Okay, well.
It
Did you
all
want
depends.
90s quarters too, sir?
But you said it like Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Hey, you time travel this weekend? Hey, say hi to my mom for you. So basically, you'd go back to buy real estate.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's a pretty common want, right? To go back and then do something that's going to better your future, like buying real estate, or maybe like being the first person in to buy Apple stock or Amazon stock. I mean, you'd be a rich man right now.
hmm
And then you definitely wouldn't be on this garbage podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like you would be on a good podcast. You'd be on the Rogan show.
It'd be Elon Musk.
Oh, yeah. I mean, okay. So besides selfish reasons, besides like going back and bettering yourself, is there anything historic that you'd want to see?
Yeah, I'd go back to 9/11. I'd kill those 4 motherfuckers before they even entered the airport.
America. Okay. Is
That's a good
I
answer.
guess I don't know if I want to ask you any more questions.
No, please continue. Let's do this.
Okay.
Next question. I go back and watch an Elvis concert.
Well, that's a
You
good
can only
one.
go back once, though. So that's what
Hey.
you're gonna do?
Hey,
No,
shut
he's
your-
asking me if it's not for
First
personal
off, you don't
gain.
even think this exists,
Yeah.
so don't make the
Yeah.
rules to something you can't exist.
Why don't you
or
time
explain.
walk your ass out of this conversation?
Time walking makes no sense.
Because of
If
the
it wasn't
time
for
and the
personal
walking and then the
gain,
fingers,
that's
and I'm
right.
explaining, but
Yeah, I'm trying to
If
explain.
I
this.
walk
There's no
faster than the
beginning, there's
sun
no
and the
end.
moon and the time and the hours.
yeah, what the fuck was that? Because
You
there's
guys-
a sun and the moon.
You guys still don't
and-
understand the concept. He says something about, oh, well, we know tomorrow exists. You only know that
Nobody said
because
tomorrow exists. It said tomorrow
you
will
did.
always come.
Exactly. That has nothing to do with time, though. God damn it. You people suck
Oh!
at everything.
Hey,
All right. Well, I mean,
But when Johnny was asking me where I would go without if it wasn't for personal gain, I said I'd go back and watch an Elvis concert.
that's a good one. Anyone in particular? Is there a famous
Elvis concert.
any?
no,
Is
he's
that
saying
what?
which
How about the
particular
one where he was
particular
in black
concert.
leather? Ooh, he looks good.
Yeah, if I could
Oh,
get
that's the
tickets to the
comeback special.
68 comeback special, I'd go to
Yeah.
68 comeback special.
Yeah, he looked good.
I mean, like I'd go to the last one and be like, hey, lay off the peanut butter and banana sandwiches.
That'd be too late. That'd be way too late. You
Here's a
should go
celery.
Go like 2 years
I would
before
kidnap
that.
the colonel and I'd kill him.
Well, you'd commit murder when you time travel.
Yes, because I'm coming
Wow.
back. Nobody's gonna know it was me.
What if
Like,
they-
there's no way it was you. That was
That's
like
true.
60 years ago. You'd be super old by now. I'm like, thank
yeah,
you. I
don't you
know.
own all that
Not
land
guilty.
in California?
Not guilty. Yeah, I do. I buried them on my property somewhere. Figure it out, FBI guy.
So far you go see Elvis, you kill the hijackers, and you
And the
buy
colonel.
a bunch of land
And the colonel.
and the colonel. So you're killing how many people so far?
5.
5 people.
You want to make it 6? Keep talking, buddy.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's a
Oh.
legit threat.
right. You heard that? You're a
That's-
cop. Get him.
That's a threat for the future.
That is a future threat. Remember, there's no time travel. Anyway, Johnny, what's yours?
I think it would be fun to be there for, I don't know, the big moments in time. First day Disney
Bang?
open,
Oh.
like the
You don't want to
world.
be there when Disney first opened. It was a horrible day.
But to say you were there for that horrible day,
Wait, why was it horrible?
Who are you going to tell?
the
Who are you
things
gonna-
broke. It was hella hot.
The asphalt wasn't even set. It was like sinking. People were like sinking into it. It was just horrible. And all
Yeah.
they had was Cokes. No water. No water for that hot ass day. Just Coke. Yeah, people were miserable.
Coca-Cola, right? Not cocaine. Because
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
that
No. You'd be there. You're like, no,
Change
no,
the day.
No, no. It's a
I had
small
the
world,
best-
Turn
my
that
friend.
frown upside down.
I don't know what other historic moments are there. Like some
Really? There's a lot of them.
like the
You push Neil Armstrong out of the way and jump your ass in that rocket. I'm
I'd
going
have-
to the moon.
I'd have my own quotes. It's for D's nuts, baby.
That'd be the first time a rocket would be turned around. Just turn it around, come back.
No, I would love to be at the Boston Garden when Magic did his hook shot and beat them like that. You know, like the big sports moment that you've only seen on TV. You know, I don't know what else. Can't think of.
God damn it, man! Your brain broke in time.
Hey, maybe you made me stupid by fucking all that time travel garbage that you were
No, it's
spurting
because
out.
I over-explained genius to you.
I had to fucking get
now
back my
you're
degree.
confused. I understand.
I keep talking. I'm going to think of something else.
Okay.
You gonna watch JFK
You know
in
what?
Texas?
How
That's
about-
a good day. No, too soon.
I mean, it would be an historic day.
We'll give you time.
Find out what really
time
happened
to
on that
think about it.
goddamn grassy knoll.
All right, Laura, you go ahead because Johnny needs time to think about time.
It's a hard one, honestly. My brain just keeps going back to World War II because it is such like it's the time frame before I was born that I'm most familiar with because I'm fascinated by it. So part of me is like, oh, I would want to go back and not experience it because it's fucking misery for a lot of people, but just to hear the stories firsthand, you know, maybe be like an Ernie Pyle and be a war reporter and go out there and talk to soldiers and get their real life stories like that. That would be pretty amazing, but also really freaking sad. And people talk about like, oh, would you kill baby Hitler? And I'm like, no, I wouldn't.
No, I'd raise them
because-
better.
No, I wouldn't do anything. This is my I'm always like hands off. Like time is what it is. If you fuck up something in the past, you're gonna fuck up something in the future. Unless, of course, you go by the Bill and Ted rules of, you know, it was me that stole my dad's keys. Is backwards time travel and changing a future really possible? Or if you've always went back, do you always go back? And that's how linear time works. This shit will all break your goddamn brain. So we just assume that we didn't fuck up time, and I would not do anything to baby Hitler. I would just try to experience the moment. But then the more selfish side to me, there's always something about the 70s that has appealed to me, like a very revolutionary time, a lot of crazy shit, like turmoil in terms of like government versus the people. It's just a very
It's the
Free
height
love.
of like
interesting,
the height of
different
serial
time.
killers too. I mean,
It is. And I think there's a reason for that because there was so much tension between the establishment and the new generation and just a lot of changing of norms. And I don't know, but there wouldn't be like a specific moment. So I'm going to say maybe pass on that one. And then the purely selfish parts of me say, let's go back to like late 1800s, early 1800s. I'm just going to steal a lot of shit from really rich people and then bring it into my house. And then I'm going to have like the gorgeous, you know, 1900s rich person aesthetic that I've always wanted in my life.
Like, Laura, why do you have a throne in your living room? Don't worry about
They
that.
don't have thrones
old
in that age,
thing?
but they do have like 9-foot gilded mirrors and like, you know, giant portraits and all this shit. I would love to have that shit. And then I gotta buy a house that'll fit it.
So
Try
you
to fit a
basically-
9-foot portrait in your house.
You basically just
dare
go
ya.
back
It's hard.
and be a thief. That's all. Because that way you won't
Yeah.
mess with anything.
Yep.
Gotcha. Just a thief. All right. Carlos is murdering people. You're thieving stuff. And Johnny, still think about time. Johnny, did you think about time long enough?
I'm gonna go back to Sony's pitch room and tell them that the Sony mini disc player is a waste of people's times. Don't fucking make it.
Did you buy
because
one?
I did.
You know what,
Which
my
was
so
the-
far your time
oh.
travel sucks so bad.
Mini disc? Was that the
Sucks.
movie?
No,
that
it
a
was
movie
like
or
a,
was it
a
CD?
CD, and the
Mm.
pitch was it's anti-skip, and the one that I bought had like a radio attachment. So I was like, I got everything here. And that's when the iPod came out too. And I was like, this thing is stupid. I'm not going to navigate through 1,000 songs. I'm just going to make my own little mini disc and I'll be the coolest person on campus. And I
You
was
were
not.
not.
I was
Yes.
not.
So you want to go back in time just to correct
be
your
cool.
idiotic
To be
purchase.
cool.
Oh yeah, I mean, I
Okay.
made a lot of bad purchases, so
Got it. So you're what you're doing won't affect time at all.
no. So
Zero.
that's the safest time.
I can see you now. You go back in time, you see yourself at like Sam Goody or whatever the fuck was open at the time trying to buy something. You run in there, you slap it out of his hand. Don't buy that. Put your money in the bank. And you're like, okay. And you walk out. And then today you're
That's
like,
it, an
I'm
apple.
rich, bitch.
Not even that, too. It's his younger self, like, oh my God, what's this fat guy doing? That's it. So
Yeah, I
What
don't
we'd all
know
be
if
saying to
I don't
our
know if
older versions
yeah,
of
I
ourselves.
don't know if I would listen to Fat B.
This fat fuck is what we would all be saying.
Yeah,
not even that.
I would tell him how bad carbs are for you.
Would you
and,
tell him that?
Yeah,
Would
and
you
then
also-
maybe stay away from the sugar. Sugar is bad.
You grab
Not
him by
even
the
that.
shoulders. Do you like what you see? Do you like what you see?
So that's
I would go back to younger me and then point out certain things like, hey, that girl right there is going to take the best years of your life. Maybe stay away from her.
do you do the thing where you bring lotto numbers to your younger self? Where you looked it up and said, here, play this. This is gonna hit in like a month. Like, make sure you play these numbers.
Why would you wait a month?
I'm just saying in general. Like, you can give them numerous winning numbers.
Why don't
whatever.
you go into a store? You buy the ticket. You run into your younger self. Hey, man, have a nice day. You hand the guy the ticket. And the guy kind of look at you. Oh, it's for tonight. All right, cool. Thanks, man. Put that in your pocket. And then you hit that night.
Would you do that to your younger self, though? Do you think that might wreck your life?
Oh,
Or
no,
would
you would
do that
you
to
wouldn't
yourself
even
last week?
You would disappear as you walk away because you're dead like 2 years
Yeah.
later. So you never
Yeah.
showed up.
You never got
You're
to enjoy
face
it.
down with
There
a
is
nose
no
full of
future
Coke
self.
and a hooker stealing your fucking wallet.
Well, and that's the thing about hot tub. What is that? Hot tub time machine, where they came
Yeah.
back to a new life and they had no clue. They just knew they were successful, but they didn't actually know much about their life in between the gap. You know.
Yeah, and that would be upsetting, right?
Got to fill in somewhere.
No, they didn't remember. They just came back.
That's the thing, though. Would you want to like go back and then all of a sudden get flooded with all these memories of, oh, holy crap, whoa, all
Nope.
this happened when I was gone?
That's what I'm saying. If I'm going to go back in time to give myself a winning lotto ticket, it's going to be last week or last month, whenever that ginormous jackpot was.
That is a
I
good
don't
point, though.
remember.
Yeah, just go back like a week. Yeah.
Back
Because
3 days.
back then, maybe like 20 million was like a giant jackpot, you know?
Yeah.
Now it was like 1 billion. Like,
But
how
see,
much money was
the
that
thing
last
is,
one?
you would know what to do with it now compared to if you gave it to your 20-year-old self and hoping that when you
Precisely.
came back, you're like, I'm broke.
Yeah, my 20-year-old self is a fucking
I
idiot.
really
Last
thought
week's
that was
self,
going to work.
probably
I'm thinking,
an idiot,
right,
just a
I mean,
different
like-
brand of idiot.
Me, I would probably make some purchases. Bunch of Michael Jordan rookie cards, or even like the boxes.
That's a bad.
I
And
don't
then-
get
and
your
then
time.
bury
Your
it.
time. If they said we're gonna give 5 people in the world a chance to time travel, and you told them this is what I'm gonna do with my time travel, like, sir, move along. Like, what is this? You're gonna buy basketball cards? You're gonna tell somebody don't make the mini display?
All
What
right,
is going on?
maybe
What
the
are you
mini,
supposed to do?
maybe the mini displayer was not a great idea. But I'm thinking, like, if I
Yeah,
get
that one.
Jordan rookies, fucking Ken Griffey Jr. rookies, bury them, and then unbury them now.
How much do you think a Ken Griffey rookie is worth
It
right
ain't
now?
worth the shit.
I
What
have
are you talking
I
about?
I have more than 10 Ken Griffey rookies. I bet you
You-
they ain't worth shit.
Because you kept them in terrible condition. You
No,
never
they
wash
are
your
in
hands.
plastic sleeves.
You never wash your hands.
Let's put it this way: the cards aren't a good investment. Don't go back.
Soap
in
wasn't
time.
invented until '98, so
Maybe go
I know
back-
for a
you know
fact
what?
you didn't.
$654.
You want to?
What is?
1989 Upper Deck Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card.
I'll tell you what, though,
I
if
need
you
to sell that some bitch.
You better
You
get that shit
serious?
minted.
Holy shit! 1990 tops Kevin Griffey Jr. $28,000.
For a Kevin
You have
Griffey?
this card.
Is that
I'm
his
sending
cousin?
you this link. Jesus Christ!
No, they had
Oh,
some
wow,
cards
yeah.
at
20
like
ooh,
there was a
I have
Tiger
that
Woods
card.
card for like 30,000.
You have the
something like that.
$28,000 card.
I have that $28,000 tops rookie
Wait,
card.
is it in good condition? Fucking
Yes.
sell that shit.
Wow. Why is it worth so much?
I
The
have
thing is-
no
Oh, it says
fucking
many
idea.
errors. Bloody
Yeah, there are
screen.
errors on some of those cards. If you were to go,
Oh, I see. The bleed.
to-
It was the bleed. That's
if
why.
you were to go back
Nobody's gonna pay that
The
shit.
bleep?
to get a collector's item, you go back
Really?
to get Action Comics #1, the first appearance of Spider-Man, things that are worth a lot of money to collectors. I don't know. I'd go back and buy a bunch of Apple stock when Apple was shit. I'd buy a ton of it. Like,
So you're buying that with cash that you brought back from the future?
no, I'm gonna
Yeah,
come
with your
back.
80s money.
I'm
You
gonna
doing
come
your 80s
back
money?
and get a job. Work a little bit, enjoy the 80s, and then buy it, and then go back. I could live a year in the past. Why not? Enjoy a little bit. Don't just go back right away.
Dude, minimum wage was like $4 an hour. You're not qualified to do anything.
I would. You know what I would do? I would create the podcast. Like just
It
like
doesn't have the technology in the 80s to create.
well, no. I'm not
podcasts,
talking about the
however.
80s though. I'm talking more like the early 2000s, like Mark Cuban did, because that's how he became rich. Mark Cuban became rich because he more or less invented the podcast,
I don't
and
know
that's
who
how
the fuck Mark
he
Cuban
became
is.
it. He's the owner of the Dallas Mavericks.
He's on Shark Tank.
He's on Shark Tank,
But
and
he invented like a streaming.
He
service
invented
for
streaming.
Oh, did he
radio.
invest the RSS feed?
Yes.
Yeah, he more or less, like I said, invented that. Yes, came up with that, and that's how he became a billionaire.
I bet he was already fucking rich.
No, he wasn't rich. He wasn't
think he's
rich
a
prior to
billionaire.
that. He is a billionaire. Yeah, he's a billionaire. Oh
I
yeah,
bet he comes from money.
oh yeah. He sold that. He sold that for a lot of money. A lot of money. I think Yahoo at the time, when Yahoo was, when they had money. So that's another thing. Go back and create or invent things that you can do before someone else got a hold of it or did it. It's a good one. Of course, everybody always says go back and see if Jesus was, legit.
Real?
So
Oh, that would be an interesting one. No, that's a good one.
Yep.
Why would you go back and see if dinosaurs are real?
The
Of course they're
danger.
fucking
I don't
real.
know. The danger
There's
of that
too
one.
much danger involved.
I don't know
with
about
one.
that.
How do
one.
we? Why is there any question if they are real?
Because there are some people who actually believe dinosaurs are not real.
Of course there are. There are people who believe the Earth is flat.
Yeah, duh.
Because it is.
Duh.
Oh Jesus!
Also, have you heard of time? I can explain it to you if you want.
Please.
No,
please.
I'll pass. Thanks. Actually, sidebar. No, Mark Cuban was not born into money. Good for him.
No, I
No,
already
he was
told you
not.
that.
He was not.
I know, but
Nobody
I needed
listens
to
to you.
verify. Yeah,
Everybody,
truth.
well, they have to.
Moon, stars, time. I had to Google it myself.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You have to Google moon, stars, and time. Idiot.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, this endless possibilities. I guess if you could go to one concert and you could time travel, what would it be? Carlos said Elvis.
I'm gonna say
I know
Michael
exactly.
Jackson.
I know. I was thinking about it for a bit, and I was leaning towards Michael too.
Yeah,
Even though I
Michael
said
Jackson
Elvis,
for sure.
Michael Jackson.
100% Michael Jackson. I'd go to a Michael Jackson concert. Yeah.
Warped Tour, St. Louis, the year 2000.
But didn't you go to that already?
No, I didn't.
I could've got the
Because no, it was. I'm sorry, it wasn't Warped Tour. It was Point Fest, and it was
Who
just
was
like the
there?
local rock radio station. Fucking Metallica, and I was goddamn obsessed with Metallica in the year 2000. And I was gonna go with a friend. I didn't have a driver's license, and then the day of, he was like, "I don't want to go. It's fucking hot today. I don't want to go to an outside festival." And I'm like, I have never seen Metallica in concert. And Metallica is going to be here in St. Louis in November of this year, but tickets are fucking ungodly expensive. And I'm not in love with them anymore like I was in the year 2000. I was obsessed. I should have taken that moment in time. I would have found a ride and gone, and it would have been magical.
Do you still talk to that friend?
I do not.
Interesting.
Should
Maybe I
reach
should
out to
message him.
and tell
Be
him
like,
you have
"Fucking
not
Jeff,
forgotten.
So if you time
Owe
travel,
me a ride
would you
to Point Fest."
would you take yourself though? Would you show up and go, "I'll take you," even though that your younger self wouldn't have no idea who you were?
Fun. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll make sure. Okay.
I mean,
I
I'd
think
probably be really annoying. 16-year-old me would probably be fucking worst.
because there's 3 of us that would go to Michael Jackson, and you're gonna go see Metallica. That's just want to throw it out there. Interesting.
Yeah, but they're still around. Like,
I know, but like I said, they're really
Can't see
expensive,
Michael
and like
Jackson
that
anymore.
moment of like excitement and like wonder and like, oh my God, they're so fucking cool is kind of lost. You know, you got to capitalize on the emotional investment you have at the time.
All right. I don't know. Like I said, I think going to see Jesus, if he was legit, go see like even other religious figures, right? Go Muhammad and his take on religion, and who else is a religious figure? What's the guy from the Jehovah Witness? Like looking to a hat and looking to the gold
The
stones.
The Mormons.
No,
I
the
don't
Book
know.
of Mormon. Joseph Smith. Go see
Joseph
if he actually
Smith.
go and see if he actually saw those fucking gold tablets.
Yeah.
Thinking, damn.
No, he did not. He's full of shit. But still, things of that nature. I think that's very interesting. Would you stop JFK from being assassinated? Laura won't because she doesn't want to stop things.
Nope.
But that would
hands off.
That would have changed a lot, right? So
I would have stopped it.
Did you read that Stephen King book? It doesn't end well.
Wait, which one is that?
1965, 1963.
Didn't they come out with the series? It wasn't the one with Dave Franco.
Oh,
that was the one.
right.
Yeah, doesn't end well.
Yes.
Go back to save JFK. Post-apocalyptic America.
And Dave Franco's canceled, so we can't watch that anymore.
What are you canceled for?
Oh, I'm sure
James
it's
Franco.
sort of weird
Brothers.
section.
Oh, James
He
Franco,
wasn't.
I mean.
James Franco.
But James Franco is the star of that show. It's James Franco.
Mm-hmm.
And he's too handsy on the set. He's too handsy.
I'm sure he was. That guy's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah. Anyway, time travel, people. It'll never happen. Good luck. Dream about it. I'm pretty sure people daydream about it all the time. Oh man, if I could time travel, tell my younger self this. Oh, I'd do this different. Derp, 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 derp. And yeah. So there you go. Enjoy it. We'll take a break. You people suck. Or not you listeners, these three. I mean, they suck at time travel. Only I rule. Thank you. Day, night. You guys understand. All right. We'll be back after the break on Nerds Talking the Podcast.
Fucking idiot.
Hi there, this is Tom from the DPA, letting you know that we have a brand new service. That's right, the DPA, the first ones to bring you dick pic analysis, where you send a dick pic in and we tell you who it is, where they work, where they're from, religion, and so forth, have upgraded our technology. You've probably heard of our crime division, where you can send a dick pic in and we tell you the whereabouts of that criminal. Well, now we've incorporated artificial intelligence. That's right, AI. You no longer have to send a dick pic in. Just go onto our website, dickpicanalysis.com, and enter our chatbot and describe what the dick looks like. Additional information might be needed, but we'll get you the same results. But wait, there's more. We're now up to 11% accurate on all our results due to artificial intelligence, and the results are remarkable. Did you ever see your father naked as a child and haven't seen him in over 30 years, but you remember what his dick looked like? Go to our chatbot, type it in, and we'll find him for you. Have you ever been carjacked by a naked man and you saw his dick? Go ahead and join our chatbot and let us know. We'll find him for you. How about a one-night stand that you thought was the one? Chatbot, description, we'll find him. There's so many possibilities with our new artificial intelligence. And now that we're up to 11% accuracy, the results are going to blow your mind. The DPA, always here for you, for all your dick pic needs.
The DPA chatbot might be slightly racist and rude. The results that you get all depends on the keywords that you use. We suggest you do not use the following words: shaft, footlong, Cobra Kai, Daniel Day-Lewis, manhole, and Corvette. The DPA is not responsible for your actions if we give you the wrong information. But we also are now 11% accurate, so suck on that, Steve Jobs.
Welcome back to Nerds Talking the Podcast. I'm here with Carlos, Johnny, Laura, and I'm Lafayette. Remember to rate, subscribe, review, turn on notifications every Tuesday, Friday. New episodes of Nerds Talking the Podcast. Well, we hit you with time travel. We said where we go, what we do. And like I said, let us know. You can always write us at nerdstalking@yahoo.com. What would you do if you time traveled? So next up, when you're on your deathbed or you're about to get electrocuted, executed, and so forth, what's your last meal? What are your last words?
I wouldn't say deathbed, right? Because that's assuming I'm like 106, and if I put a burger into my mouth, then my head will fall
Choked
off.
to death.
Yeah.
Well, not saying you're 106. You could be disease ridden in hospital.
Still ain't eating anything.
Yeah, you still can't eat anything. Oh, I would
give it a
have
shot.
strawberry jello instead of lime jello.
Okay, listen, you're gonna get executed. Okay, Johnny, you're getting executed for rape. Carlos, laundering
Raping
money.
himself.
Laura, let's see, you're getting executed for. I'm gonna say something
Murder.
Republican.
Jesus.
I mean,
She's a
that's what we
serial
execute people for. We execute
Yeah.
people for murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
End of story.
That is true. They don't get execute people for anything else. That is true. Johnny would know. I know
Death
that.
equals death.
Yeah, that's true. That's not always though. We
Damages.
way too many people on death row. So,
Well,
Oof.
and depending what
Especially in
country you
California.
are, right? Because if you're
Oh,
like a
that's true.
drug
Oh,
dealer
you're
in
right.
Singapore, you're
Yeah. I'm sorry, in
oh my
America.
God, they won't
You're
even
right.
give you a trial.
no.
Fuck no. Fuck no. Like in the
The last
Philippines,
meal. Here's a cane, motherfucker.
yeah. In the Philippines, they will drag you out of a house and just shoot you on the spot. And come to find out you did nothing wrong. All right, so let's go. Your last meal and your last words. We'll go with Johnny. Johnny, what would your last meal be? What would be your last words?
I'm gonna go with something hearty, like a breakfast type of meal, biscuits and gravy, sausages, eggs, all the good stuff. That way you're super full and you just want to take a nap. And guess what? A nap's a coming. So I think if I had that meal and right before they flipped the switch, I'd probably say something like, "Ooh, I shouldn't have had that extra bacon," or something like that.
Oh my God.
And then zap, I'm done, and then I'm immortalized.
You know what? That's another question too. How would you like to go out? Would it be zap? Would it be lethal injection? Would it be firing squad? Would you like to be hung?
Yeah, I would.
Like William.
There you go. Yeah, good answer. Good answer. Hang me upside down if you want.
I'll hang myself, if you know what I mean.
This is why they're killing me. Too big.
Too big. I've heard so many women.
Wait, what is that in the back? A time traveler?
It's yourself running at you.
Yeah.
Not the McRib.
Yeah, I'm thinking electrocution.
Wow. Okay.
Why?
Because I'm a man.
I like how your last words is I can take it. You
What'd
took
you
it so many
say?
times in prison.
So when I got certified with the taser, they asked people like, "Hey, anyone want to try it out?" And most people were no. And then there's two ways you could try it out: the quick zap, which hurts, or the 5-second ride. And I was like, "Take me for a ride." Like, fuck that. Like, I ain't no pussy. So they hooked it up
Quickly became a pussy.
to my clothes. It wasn't one of those things where like they shot me, I shit my pants and I fell down. It wasn't anything like that. They had me laying down on the ground and they charged it, and it was the longest 5 seconds of my life. And I got a cramp in my calf that lasted about 3 weeks.
Damn.
And then
Oh, I bet.
my fucking throat was sore from screaming because I was like, "Rah!" And I just couldn't stop it. It was, yeah. But
You
afterwards,
probably weren't going to shit yourself. I'm sure your asshole puckered up. Like, ain't nothing coming out.
yeah, it was one of two things, right? It's gonna pucker up, or it's just gonna blow up. Like one of the two. And it puckered up, thank God, because the respect I would have gained for taking that ride would have all been lost if I shit my pants. So yeah, I took the ride, and
Interesting.
I'm thinking that's how I'd want to go.
Really? That's how you
Wow.
want to go?
If I had
you know,
a choice,
you know you're going to shit yourself this time, right? It's just inevitable.
after that big breakfast.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll tell you what though, if you had
All
a
that
choice,
coffee, man. It's just
Yeah.
if you had a choice where they said, look, we have an option for the Houdini, which will chain you up, throw you in the water. If you escape, you're allowed to go. Would you take that?
No.
Okay,
Wait,
swim.
after my breakfast?
Yeah.
You're gonna sink
You can't
straight to the
swim half
bottom.
hour after.
I can't even fucking put on my socks right now. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna fall for that shit. I mean, because you think about, let's say, for example, the firing squad. You know, it's gonna be 5 guns and maybe 2 of them have bullets. Well, someone might miss. Your heart. You remember that in Living Color where like Jim Carrey's like he gets stabbed. He's a karate instructor. He's like, "Thank God I shifted all my organs to the left."
Yeah.
That's what I would. What if I did that? What if I moved my heart and then?
And what if he just shot you in the kneecap because he dropped the barrel?
Oh, God, yeah. Like he sneezed when he pulled the trigger and my balls. You know, I've heard or I've read about hanging, executions, and then sometimes there's like complications. They don't like die right away. The rope breaks and they have to retie them, like that type of shit. I don't want to go through that. The gas chamber, I mean, it's simple. Like supposedly you just go to sleep and then you just don't wake up. I mean, there was the old school gas chamber where you just like kind of choke to death, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't want that.
What about the guillotine?
The guillotine?
Quick and easy. Yeah.
They say that the head might live for a few seconds.
Yeah, you can see yourself before you die.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So like the last thing I see is me shitting myself.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be funny if your head started laughing. Yeah, motherfucker.
That's horrifying to think of.
So that's, or I mean, like, I wouldn't want to choose like being stoned or anything like that.
How about a
Jesus,
crash test
no.
dummy?
A what?
Crash test dummy. They put you in the front seat, no seatbelt. Just let the car go about 150
Strap you
miles
to
an
a
hour.
rocket.
Oh, that's
Just
like
launch you.
No
Put you
thanks.
right into a wall.
that just like fits you into the Asian stereotype. Oh, he bad driver. Let's put him behind car. I got crashed because I'm doing math or some shit.
All right, so you got a breakfast meal, and his last words are,
I shouldn't have eaten that last portion of bacon.
that's right. Shouldn't have had that last piece of bacon. That's right. All right, Carlos, what's your last meal and your last words?
I think my last meal will have to be a steak, medium rare, some asparagus, and a baked potato.
The asparagus for like the person cleaning up your body. Like, here's a fuck you. Smell this.
Asparagus,
That's
hey,
right.
bitch.
Yeah, I think that's what it'd have to be. A nice thick steak. Yeah.
And what are your last words as you've been arrested for laundering money in the 90s that wasn't from the 90s?
Wait, before you answer
makes
that,
no sense.
where's the best? What's the best steak you ever had?
Mm,
Is it maybe one that I made? Am I up there? Have I ever made you a steak?
you did.
He really wants to hear that.
Did,
So just
but
tell him yes.
See, I can't decide if it's between a ribeye or a filet mignon. But filet is so
Ribeye.
small, it's like a little puck, so it's gonna be eaten real quick. I want to take a while because if it's my last meal, my last time on earth, give me a big ass steak. It's gonna take a while to eat this some bitch.
Like one of the ones,
Ribeye, better
like a
marbling,
steak
better
competition.
flavor.
Like the one from what was that John Candy movie? That big ass ribeye he had to finish.
That's the great outdoors.
Yeah, the Great Outdoors. Give me that.
The
big-ass
old
steak.
96er.
Yeah, that's right. The old 96er. Yeah.
Is there a restaurant that you've been to has the best steak you've ever had? Type of.
You know what? Texas Roadhouse has some damn good steaks.
Yeah, people give it shit because it's a chain, but it's
No,
a
man, it's
very,
good.
very decent
Yeah.
place.
Yeah. Laura's shaking her head like, no, I've never heard of it. But I'm gonna shake
No,
my head. No,
we have it here.
Do
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. No, bueno. Not a
St.
fan.
Charles Roadhouse.
How do
That's the
you
same
how do
thing.
you like your steak, Laura?
Medium or medium. I'm sorry, rare or medium rare.
Ooh, rare. Mm-mm.
Oh
Okay.
yes.
And where's your
If you
favorite
go
steak?
to if you go to a really high end place, rare is legit rare, like where it's cold on the inside.
Right.
That's too rare. If you're going to like a Longhorn, which I do like a Longhorn, don't get me wrong. I get a medium rare. I get the Renegade steak. But best ever, Annie Guns in St. Louis. It's a like local place that's been around for I don't know how many years. So good. That's the best steak.
My bucket
Annie
list
Guns.
is going to go to Peter Luger. I've heard nothing but great things about it. It's in New York, and they cook it in like 1,000-degree oven. They sear the
Fucking
shit out of
volcano?
it, and then they like cut it up when it's still like pretty rare, and then cover it in butter, and then put it back in the oven.
Mm. That
I
sounds
That's how you
good.
do it. That's how you make a steak
Fantastic.
good.
Let's
Yeah.
go to New York,
Butter.
Johnny. Next week. What are you doing?
I'm off on weekends now,
There you
so
go. Perfect.
let's go.
Let's go.
Good for you.
I'm sorry. Last words.
Oh,
Yeah, last words.
I'm gonna have to go with something like
Any famous quotes like musicians? Like, hit me, baby, one more time. Like, and then
Yeah,
fucking,
exactly.
they pull the trigger.
I don't know what my last words would be.
Would they be, I mean, because we're all in for murder, right? Would they be any, I'm sorry for what I did?
Nah, fuck that.
Or, no,
Not sorry.
it wasn't me, it was Billy.
Not that I wasn't sorry for it, but it's like, what's the purpose of saying that shit for? I'm fucking dead. Well, I'm fucking gonna die. They're dead. I'm dead. Bah, whatever. I say, go home
That's
and
fair.
enjoy your barbecue. Peace out. I don't know. Fuck you want me to say?
Go
What
home
about
and
the
enjoy your
method?
barbecue. Okay, everybody, before I go, I want you guys to have a fabulous night. I hope you drive home
Yeah.
safe.
Don't forget to tip your wait staff. I'm out.
Ooh, that'd be a good one. That'd be a
Tell
really
you
good
what,
one.
There you
Jerry
go.
was a great warden when I was here. He was a fabulous guy.
Don't forget to tip.
Steve, thank
what-
you for the
what-
butt sex.
What about method? What method of execution would you
It
prefer?
would have to be lethal injection. I keep hearing it's inhumane, but when you think about like when you go into surgery and you like get when they put you under, it's so quick. You don't even
Mhm.
know you're under. If it's the same way, then lethal injection.
What about a combo? They put you out with like the stuff, like, I forget what it's called, but I got it when I got my wisdom teeth removed. I was
Propofol.
out. Yeah, I was out in
What is it?
seconds. Propofol?
Propofol.
It's
Oh,
the
so
stuff
Michael
that killed
Jackson
Michael
died
Jackson.
of propofol.
Mhm.
Correct. There's a reason why he was addicted because it's some good
It's
shit.
some good
I've never
shit.
had propofol.
So what if they put you down and then they could just do whatever? Like after
Like
you're
what? Jerk me off? What's going to happen right now?
I
don't know.
promise you can't die from that. I promise you, boo boo, you cannot die from that. I've been trying to kill myself for years. But like if like they
David Carradine.
stoned you or fucking hung you after you like were unconscious or
Who cares?
yeah, right?
I don't know. I'm not awake. What does it matter?
Or just like maybe have the grieving family like fucking go to town with a baseball bat or something like
broomstick?
that.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to be more specific.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
good. I just want them to go to town on you. Like how is this gonna help me
Whoa.
grieve?
Are they going to jerk me off
Oh
too?
my!
He's still alive.
Hey, get off my face. Get off my face.
Who wants a mustache ride?
What I was just thinking. I was thinking that. I didn't say it.
Dirty Sanchez. Yeah. Yep, that's about it.
All right, lethal injection.
Yeah.
Lethal injection, and he's thanking everyone as he goes.
No, I'm not
That's-
thanking everybody. Thanking the wait staff. Tip your
Yeah.
wait staff. They
Tip
Wait,
work
staff, you get
hard.
murdered in
all
a
week.
restaurant? Like, what's going on there?
The wait
That's
staff.
a-
The
I
guy
like
pushes
it.
the button.
That's a funny part about the
yeah,
Yeah.
Chloe.
I like it.
Thank you.
Tip your wait staff. I don't know. No, Laura?
Hey, give it up for the other guys that were here.
Yeah, exactly. Give it up for the opening act, Johnny.
Round of applause.
Pretty quick.
Don't
I
forget
thought
to
it-
tip your wait staff.
I thought it was what is it? Chicken and waffles? What'd you have? Biscuits.
Johnny
breakfast.
biscuits.
Biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits and gravy. Yeah, there you go. Laura, last meal, last words.
Last meal has to start with bread and butter. Because we all know it's the best part of the meal, right? When they come out with bread service, you're like, ooh, yeah, give me that bread. Bread and butter. Entree. I'm going to say lamb chops because I absolutely, or leg of lamb. I absolutely love lamb. It's my favorite meat. And I don't get enough. I never get enough lamb. You never see enough on menus. I hardly ever make it at home. Maybe a side of roasted Brussels sprouts with bacon, some potatoes. And then for dessert, ice cream. Always ice cream.
You know what? Johnny
Maybe
didn't mention
pistachio.
dessert. Yeah.
I didn't mention dessert.
Johnny, what's your
too.
dessert, real quick?
Like some sort of pie a la mode.
Mm.
Okay. Carlos?
A Pazuki.
Ah, good old
A
Pazuki.
what?
A Pazuki.
At
What is that?
BJ's,
Yeah, BJ's, the big chocolate chip cookie with vanilla
BJ's
ice
is
cream on
a
top.
restaurant much like the Cheesecake Factory, but they
Got it.
they have a little pan for the cookie and then throw ice cream on top.
Skillet cookie.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's
They bring it out
pretty
like that. Yep,
delicious.
Yep, yep, yep.
Pretty
course it
delicious.
All right. And your last words? As you
One
die
of the-
by.
Lethal injection for sure.
Okay.
Like you said, like just go into sleep. That would be, I think dying in general has to be at least, after whatever the painful thing that actually causes the death it has to be like passing out, right? So passing out is, the lack of blood to the brain, and that's what most of the time will kill you is lack of blood flow. Your heart stops from whatever, ailment, whether that be a bullet or, general shutdown. So your brain is deprived of oxygen and you just kind of go to sleep and fast forward. So lethal injection for sure. Last words. One quote that I've always loved because it just seems to describe my world. Seemed like a good idea at the time. I do a lot of things and I look back and I'm like,
That's a good one.
maybe it
That's a
wasn't
good
the
one.
best
That's
idea.
a good one.
And that's gonna refer to
That's
the
a good
like
one. The
triple
murder you
homicide.
committed.
Seemed like a good idea at the time. Seemed to make sense. I don't know.
There you go.
I couldn't.
Deuces.
If I was a family member, I wouldn't be able to flip that switch fast enough. If some shit like that came out, punch it in the stomach and make sure all that delicious ice cream came out. Like you don't
I'm
deserve
sure there was
this.
a reason. If I murdered a bunch of people, I'm sure there was a reason for it.
They didn't listen to the podcast.
Yep.
If we
Yep.
murdered everyone who didn't listen to our podcast,
Oh my
the world
goodness.
would be empty.
I think we'd be the only 4 people left on Earth.
Genesis. I mean, genocide. I mean, genocide.
but you're gonna have to kill me too. I
Oh,
don't listen
fuck.
to the podcast.
Joey would be alive too, though. I think we'd have to just commit murder.
There'd be at least 20 people alive.
All right,
So.
and thank you guys.
Hey,
Thank you.
buddies. Yeah.
You know-
thanks
you know
for
what the
being
crazy
here.
part is?
We love you.
They'd have to keep listening, or else they'd be dead. So it's like the podcast version of Speed in the bus. Like, just don't slow down, or else you're
Don't
gonna
stop.
die.
Never stop.
Yeah. I would get pizza, because that's my favorite. It'd be round table pizza. It'd be pineapple, extra sauce.
Pineapple.
Yep.
Mm.
And then I'd ask for a milkshake. Follow it up.
What flavor?
Probably something as simple as peanut butter cup. Oh, like a blizzard, like a peanut butter cup blizzard. Give me a blizzard.
Mm.
Yep.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yep. And then I'd ask for good old gas chamber. Good old gas
Why gas chamber?
Because I can probably hold my breath long enough to survive. So
Doubtful.
Death by masturbation. Keep going. I'll be here all night.
last words. Everybody makes mistakes, but not me, motherfucker. That's
What if your last meal was like a pomegranate? You're just eating one fucking seed at a time. You have to
Okay,
like
but
Great idea.
keep delaying the
Even that.
fucking
just ask
execution.
for a big ass jar of peanuts.
That's a really good idea, actually. The pomegranate, you can really extend
They're
it.
like, you have to wait till I'm finished.
Hey,
You have to
asshole, it's
wait.
been a week. Hurry that shit up.
I'm actually excited. I love pomegranates, and it's almost pomegranate season. I love them. I buy when it's winter, I buy 3 a week, and I eat them all. They're delicious.
I think you might be thinking about this podcast next time you have a pomegranate.
Probably.
So you're
Yeah, so
welcome.
there you go. So these are our last meals, and we got a steak. Or we had 2 steaks.
Yeah.
Oh, lamb chop.
You weren't
Oh,
paying attention.
Lamb
Lamb
chop.
chop.
Just so much because I just think about
We weren't
Johnny and
entertaining
breakfast.
enough. That's what it is.
It is true.
He
You
just
guys
went to his
kinda
phone.
Yeah,
suck.
it went to his phone.
You guys. Fantasy football drafts going on right now. Anyway, there you go. Let's move on to Carlos's segment. The new Carlos segment. We have the Laura rant. Now we have the Carlos segment. This is called "What's Carlos Watching?" As he tells us what he's watching and should we watch it. Carlos, what are you watching? And should we watch it?
I'm watching Netflix original series One Piece live action anime. Great series. Great series. Look at Laura already. Look on her face.
I'm Googling it.
Look, here's what made One Piece different than their first attempt at. Well, they did Death Note, the movie, which was horrible because the acting was horrible. They did Cowboy Bebop live series. It sucked because that acting was horrible. But One Piece, the acting is phenomenal, and they have some great people in that movie. I'm sorry, series. And I watched the first 2 episodes, and I kind of didn't get back to it for a day or 2, but then I binge watched the rest of it, and I can't wait for season 2. What a great series! So if you like anime and you want to see a good live action, check out One Piece. And if One Piece is any indicator of what's coming then I expect Airbender to be just as good because they're putting just as much money into Airbender as they did One Piece. So I'm hoping Airbender is as good as One Piece.
And that's what Carlos is watching. There you go. Look at that. One Piece on Netflix. It is pretty good. I'm halfway through. I can't watch the anime. The anime is like 1,000 episodes. So I'm going to stick to this 10 episodes. Is it 10 episodes?
8.
I'm going to stick to 8 episodes, not 1,000. So there we go. Johnny, what are you watching? I know it's not your segment, but what are you watching?
Oh, I had nothing prepared.
You're not watching anything?
Man, it took me fucking 4 days to get through Indiana Jones, man.
4 days.
I need a break.
Okay. All right. And Laura's rewatching a show that she loves. And what show is that, Laura? Just tell us all.
Justified. I finished City
Justified.
Primeval, and it just got me in the mood. So
I was
I
gonna-
went through.
Yeah.
I'm watching Justified right now.
I was going to
I
ask
think
you
I'm on
guys what.
season 2.
Wait, season. Whoa.
No, season 3.
You've
already.
already got to season 3?
Oh man, I can crank through TV.
Wow. That's pretty hardcore.
And I've seen it all. Like I work during the day, so it's like on in the background, and I'm working. I've seen it all 3 times. So
I hear you. All right. Well, that's pretty much all we got for you. So thanks for joining us here on Nurse Talking, the podcast. For Johnny.
See ya.
For Carlos.
Bye-bye.
For Laura.
goodbye.
And I'm Lafayette. See you next time on Nerds Talking, the podcast.